Alright, you guys, welcome to the channel. Today we have something new that we just picked up yesterday. I'm not sure what you want to call it. The guy called it a stretched Bronco project. It's a mix of like 5 different trucks. I believe it was 2 350s, 1 F-150, and 2 Broncos. But it is still a Bronco. The top back here comes off. He started on it, worked on it for a while, used it as a camper like he wanted for a while, for about 2 years. And then he decided he didn't really use it as much, parked it in his driveway. He found something else that he really wants, and he can't fit this and another camper in his driveway, so he decided to sell it. So the outside's pretty much mostly done, minus the windows. It needs to be re-geared because it does not have a lot of power, because it is still a gas motor. There's some little things here and there that needs to be done, but I was going to show you some of the pictures from the build on it. The guy does have a video of a walk around on it on YouTube called Stretched Bronco from like 2017. So yeah, let's jump into this. We're going to come over to the door right here where we've got all this lovely paperwork. I can get it open with one hand. Alright, so here are some of the photos on it. So before we get started, this is titled as a specialty vehicle. Most people, when they do stuff like this, they do it I mean, it's still possible to do it that way, but it's not necessarily the best way. They use it as whatever the main vehicle was. In this case, you'll see that it's this red truck right here, and they will VIN it as that. This guy did not do that. He went and showed titles and proof of ownership for all of the vehicles that was used for this. Had it inspected by the state. The state went through the frame and everything and said, hey, it's good. And they passed it, and it gave it a new VIN. So that is the proper way to do it, especially with some of these custom builds. Let's see where the weld is. Right there. So you'll see it's 2 frames put together. You'll see these bolt holes actually all lined up from the 2, and it has to be a pyramid, at least in Virginia, it has to be a pyramid style weld. We may go back in and try to clean those welds up a little bit, but the state passed it, and that made us feel a whole lot better concerning the build. And as I said, it was done, it passed in 2017, that's when they gave it the new VIN. So, it's been sitting for 7 years. Well, he drove it for the first 2 years, been sitting for the last 5. It definitely needs some love. It's not perfect, but we got it for a good price to be able to put some love into it. I absolutely love that the guy had these little photos. It makes me feel like it's such more of a retro build than it is. But here we go, here's some of them. As you can see, it's 5 trucks, so 2 Broncos on the back end. There's another truck right there, and then the original truck, which was the main part, and then the four-wheel drive suspension and axles came out from another truck. But it's really cool to have these. The truck was on 40s at the time. From reading his notes, he used sheet metal to seal that up. This was after it was painted. So, has them under there doing the work. Down the body. And he did have to like take the titles. I think 4 of them he had a title for, and the other one was just the back end of a Bronco. So there was not a title for that one. This is the floors on the inside. Getting them welded up. So there's the sheet metal covering that fender well that I was talking about. So he put a lot of time and effort into getting it together and getting it done right. He gave me a nice little folder showing through all of the trucks that were used, some of the specialty parts that he had to buy, and has receipts for, like the drive shaft. But interior, he's going to kind of try to show that to you. Devin's got the passenger seat folded down, but it definitely, it's got a bench in the front with a fold down center. It's got 2 more benches in here. I can't open the back because the back glass is having issues going up and down. We're going to have to figure that out. But yeah, so let me get into the back section real quick. And so if you didn't notice, it has suicide doors. I don't know if I can get this open with one hand or not. Alright, so I went from the driver's side, but so there's that bench there. There's another one there. And you can see headliner is definitely going to have to be done. The trim, the interior is not perfect. And that was the main part he was trying to finish. And you can see where things were conjoined. The back top for the Bronco actually still comes off, but he has never, besides like when he put it on there to build, he has not taken it off because it is very heavy to do so. He said you will need a couple of people. As you can see right there, he was going to get a custom glass done to close that together. He hadn't. We're going to talk to a couple of camper shell places, see if they're capable of doing it. If not, we'll see if we can find us some like plexiglass to do that. And then you got your back section back there. But yeah, it's pretty decent. It is a gas motor, like I said. From going through the receipts he gave me, when we bought it, he said the motor had less than 100,000 miles on it. I don't know if maybe he pulled the motor out of something else that we don't have paperwork on, or if maybe he was meaning like it's been less than 100,000 miles since it's been built and driven on. So from the paperwork, it looks like the motor came out of a truck with 101,000 miles. And when they registered it in 2017, off the odometer that's in here now, it had like 250 something, and now it's got 290 something. So I'm going to say it's probably got 140,000 miles on it, give or take. It's slow, so we're going to try to re-gear so it is very slow. I mean, it weighs, gross weight is like 13,000 pounds. So we're going to try to re-gear the axles and see if that helps. If it doesn't, then we may just, it'd be a perfect candidate for a diesel swap. For those of you who don't know, this was Devin's 6.0 build. He got in a wreck, and I mean, it's totaled, frame's bent, but the motor is still good. That truck has 56,000, 58,000 miles on it. So either he's going to put that motor in the white truck, and then he'll rebuild the motor that is in that white truck and put it in this, or he may just take the motor out of his 6-liter and put it in this. But we have a couple of projects we're working on, and I told him, I was like, this is the last project we're buying for a while. So definitely the case on that. So yeah, anyways, I mean, it's a pretty good looking truck. It has its little quirks, like the windows kind of mess you up with that middle window being a little bit longer. I think once we tint it, it won't be as bad. But anyways, you guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll try to do some details on it and go through some more stuff if you guys have any questions. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day.